Parkstown, we were not wrong with the bicycle lanes. We have a lot of young people in Soweto who have cycling clubs, so we're not wrong. Nonetheless, comrades, let me acknowledge the mayor of the ANC in the east of Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni Comrade Nonhlanhla Mthembu. He's here with us today. He's sitting somewhere. Comrade Masina, where are you? Masina, you here? Oh, there he is. Thank you very much. Let us also inform the gathering here that the National Commissioner of Correctional Services, Department of Correctional Services, is here with us, Mr. Mkabela. They have made a decision, working with Stompi in Naturena, to name their safe house after Stompi. I don't see the commissioner, he's sitting somewhere. Where are you, Commissioner? There he is, and I like a jacket, it's black, green, and gold. Amanda! Before we welcome our spokes, the chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng province, Comrade Paul Mashatile, I would ask Comrade Makura and Comrade Hope Papo to lead their PAC to do a guard of honor here. As we welcome Comrade Paul Mashatile, he will be welcomed with a strong revolutionary song by Wayne. Just hold it there. Just hold it. Comrade Wayne, we will do it. Where's Comrade Wayne? He can sing better, I can assure you. Siti woni vatambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe kaya inti wasasambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe inti wasasambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti woni vatambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti woni vatambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Iti wasasambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Iti wasasambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Iti wasasambe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti nawe mandele kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti nawe mondlane kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti Dorothy Kanyembe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti wasasambe 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 kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti Ruthi Mambate kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti Mama Gangwaye kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti nawe Westombe kaya bagulindile wasasambe Siti wasasambe
live the spirit of Comrade Stompi, long live. Long live. Long live the spirit of Comrade Stompi, long live. Long live. Long live the African National Congress, long live. Long live. Long live the African National Congress, long live. Long live. Matla. All power. To the people. Thank you very much, Program Director. To the bereaved families, Lapala Dada Lapala Mchize, Untate Baruti, Bone Baruti, Deputy Chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, Comrade David Makura, who's also the Premier of Gauteng, Chairperson of the ANC in Johannesburg region, Comrade Pakstow, my Executive Mayor. I only have one Executive Mayor in Joburg. Members of the NEC, PC, REC members present, MPs, fellow councillors, comrades and friends. On behalf of the leadership and membership of the ANC and myself, allow me to express our heartfelt condolences to the Mthembu and Nonhlanhla families for their tragic loss. We say to the family and the children in particular, Agwehlanga lungahlanga nilale ngenxeba. Your loss is our loss. Your pain is our pain. Hence, we have been with you since we had the sad news of the untimely death of our sister, and we are here today to be at your side with the hope that our presence will somehow alleviate the pain you are experiencing. It is also our hope that you will find solace in the knowledge that God never leaves nor forsaken his children. Yes. He is the comforter. Trust in him and you'll find true comfort and healing. Comrades and compatriots, the ANC and our country are reeling in agony as Comrade Stompi was a rare breed. She was a revolutionary extraordinaire and a committed cadre of our movement. Her passing has left a void that will prove difficult to fill. Hence, the news of her passing has been devastating to all of us, as it came at a time when we were relying on comrades of her caliber of Comrade Stompi to propel the city of Johannesburg to a higher development trajectory. How tragic her passing is, as it happened during the council meeting where the ANC was tussling with our political opponents for the control of the city of Johannesburg. Like a true soldier, Comrade Stompi was there in the inaugural council meeting, even though her health was failing. True to form, she soldiered on as she always did throughout her youth when she joined the struggle led by the Congress of South African Students, COSAS, for free and quality education. Comrade Stompi was one to always occupy the front battle trenches in the fight against apartheid colonialism and for freedom and democracy. Having experienced the cruelty of the apartheid system at a tender age, whilst growing up on the dusty streets of Zola, Comrade Stompi refused adversity and oppression to discourage her to dream. Instead of getting discouraged, the poverty and squalor that was the daily reality of her people and the humiliation and degradation that her people were subjected to by the apartheid regime inspired her to dream. She dreamt of freedom. She dreamt of democracy. She dreamt of equality, and she dreamt of a country where the doors of learning and culture were open to all. It is therefore not surprising that Comrade Stompi made the difficult choice of joining COSAS while at school. When she joined the struggle back then, it was not fashionable as being a member of a student or youth or political organization, because this amounted to signing your own death warrant. The apartheid security forces were brutal, and many of our comrades were killed and maimed by the racist killing machine. Brutality, detention, harassment, and humiliation notwithstanding, Comrade Stompi stayed the course. She was brave, she was fearless, and she was committed to the cause. Hence, retreat never existed in her vocabulary. When she led students during the struggle against inferior Bantu education system and fighting for people's education, she never surrendered. She led from the front as students rose against the abhorrent prefect system in pursuance of the goal for recognition of the SRCs. Comrade Stompi was one of the kind. She would be there leading students at school, but she would also be there in the community, fighting the illegitimate Black Authority councils as part of establishing organs of people's power. She went full circle, from being vehemently opposed to the Black authorities to becoming a councillor herself in the democratic phase. Given her love for her people and a passion and commitment to serve, it's not surprising that Comrade Stompi was one of the most effective councillors in the city of Johannesburg. Hence, she was voted back as she selflessly served the people of Nonhlanhla, particularly, and those of Johannesburg, generally with distinction. Most of us are still struggling to come to terms with the sudden passing of Comrade Stompi, as she was a pillar of strength and a well from where the ANC and even the country could draw wisdom and inspiration given her sharp mind. The ANC and indeed the people of Johannesburg, Gauteng, and even the rest of the country are mourning today. We have lost a sister, a friend, and a comrade. We have lost a soldier, a warrior, and a revolutionary. Albeit being humble, Comrade Stompi was an uncompromising combatant for democracy, for non-racialism, for non-sexism, equality, and freedom for all our people. Comrade Stompi is gone too soon, but let us find solace in the rich legacy of service to her people, commitment to the cause, selflessness and humility that she has left behind. In her honor, let us emulate her example and continue to strive for the ideals that she stood for. The ideals that she stood for, these are the ideals of democracy, non-racialism, non-sexism, equality, and freedom. As we pay tribute to this hero of our people, we need to ensure that the rich legacy that she has left is preserved and promoted. I want to thank the Commissioner and others for naming the Halfway House a correctional service center that accommodates young offenders that are about to be released from prison based on Malta Street here in Nonhlanhla after Comrade Stompi. This house will be renovated and properly named after her in honor of her selfless contribution to the struggle for freedom and radical transformation. This token of appreciation will always remind us of her sacrifices and dedication, since the fruits of freedom we are enjoying today are in no small measure due to the contribution of Comrade Stompi and her selflessness. Comrade Stompi has run a good race. She has fought a good fight. It is now up to us to pick up the spear and continue with the fight for a better life for all our people. In order to achieve our goal to radically transform our country, we need to reflect on how far we have traveled since the democratic breakthrough of 1994 and what needs to be done. It will therefore be an honor to Comrade Stompi for Comrade Stompi if we were to ensure that the triple challenges of poverty, joblessness, and inequality are tackled head-on. We must also ensure that the ANC is strong, united, and is rid of all the ills like factionalism, gatekeeping, corruption, and self-centeredness. Given the results of the recent local government, our people have spoken. Their message is loud and clear. They do not like what the ANC has become. Hence, they demand that the ANC change its ways for them to entrust them with our votes. So let us not blame the people. Let us make sure that we fix what is wrong. We must say to our people today, we love you. As the African National Congress, we have heard you and we will fix the things that you want us to fix. Our people, comrades, want to see a true renewal of their beloved organization. As an organization that historically championed the cause of freedom and democracy and being responsive to the needs and aspirations of our people, we cannot but respond to our people's cries. As Comrade Parks indicated, as our people cried out against corruption, we must respond. As our people cried out that they cannot afford the high fees of e-tolls, we must respond. We must say to our people, we have heard you and will make sure that we do away with this system that you can't afford. We must say to our people today that we will continue to find other ways of funding our road infrastructure and other infrastructure in our province and the country at large. We need to take urgent, practical steps that restores our people's confidence in the African National Congress. Let us make sure that as people cry out that the state parastatals are not well run, there's maladministration, let us fix that. Let us respond when our people cry out to state capture. We must say to our people, we have heard you and we will fix that. This is what Comrade Stompi could have advocated, and as the ANC in Gauteng, we have to rise to the occasion by leading efforts to renew the African National Congress. Comrades, the ANC has lost control of two metros in Gauteng, Johannesburg and Tshwane, due in the main to self-inflicted injuries. Today, Let us listen when our people say they don't like the way we elect councillors. Let us say to them, yes, indeed, we are going to change that system. I want to take this opportunity to say to Comrade Parks and your team in Johannesburg, you have done well. The fact that you have lost Johannesburg is not your fault. We know that you have done well. I think it is us in the ANC who let you down. Because we did not attend to the things that the people were crying loud about. We need to change course if we are to reclaim control of these and other municipalities under the leadership of the ANC. And I want to say to our team in Johannesburg and Tshwane, you have lost a battle but not the war. Yes. We will return. But we must ensure that we do the kind of things that our people want us to do. At the top of our agenda must be the program to create employment, particularly for young people. At the top of our agenda must to fight corruption in all its manifestations. And more importantly, we need an ANC that is not arrogant. Let us humble ourselves to our people. That's the ANC of Oliver Tambo, of Nelson Mandela. The ANC that listens to the people. So we have lost the battle, temporary setback, but we have not lost the war. Johannesburg will return to our hands. The ANC as an agent of change should not cede its role to the opposition. We should continue to champion the cause of the poor. All ANC members should play their role in influencing national discourse and setting a progressive agenda. What better tribute to Comrade Stompi's memory than to become activist councillors who are always in touch with their communities, asking probing questions in council meetings and setting a progressive agenda for council and the society at large. We have, comrades, the experience of government, and this must help us to continue to serve our people. We should not let the transformation agenda that we were pursuing as a governing party in the city of Johannesburg and Tshwane to be aborted. We should fight that the pro-poor policies of these cities remain on top of our agenda. This is what Comrade Stompi would have done. This is what she would have fought for. We cannot but soldier on in her memory. We owe that to her and to our people. Program Director, my heart goes out to the Mthembu and the Nonhlanhla families for having lost their daughter, a sister, a mother, and an aunt. But we also want to say to the families of Nonhlanhla Mthembu that we also as a movement have lost a friend, a sister, and a comrade. The ANC has lost a dedicated and formidable cadre, and our county has lost one of its best and selfless daughters. We want to say, comrades, today, whatever we do, we must build on the memory of Comrade Stompi. And I want, as I conclude, to leave you with the wise words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he was giving a sermon titled, "Why I Am Opposed to the War in Vietnam." He had this to say: "He who lives with untruth lives in spiritual slavery. Freedom is still the bonus we receive for knowing the truth." And then he quotes Jesus. It says, "Ye shall know the truth," says Jesus, "and the truth shall set you free." And then he goes on to say the following: "Now I have chosen to preach about the war in Vietnam because I agree with Dante that the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in a period of moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. There comes a time when silence becomes betrayal." He goes on to say the following: that the truth of these words is beyond doubt, but the mission in which they call us is the most difficult one. Even when pressed by the demands of inner truth, men do not easily assume the task of opposing their government's policies. He went on to say, "Nor does the human spirit move without great difficulty against the apathy of conformity, though within one's own bosom in the surrounding world. Moreover, when the issues at hand seem so perplexing, and they often do in the case of this dreadful conflict." It says some of us, and I conclude the quote, he says, "Some of us have already begun to break the silence of the night, and have found that the calling to speak is often a vocation of agony. But we must speak. We must speak with all humility that is appropriate to our limited vision. But we must speak." So, comrades, as I conclude, as we go forward, if there are wrong things happening even within our movement, we must speak. There comes a time when silence becomes betrayal. Balapa Nonhlanhla Mthembu re ha ka ba modimo a ka lefa matla, nkulunkulu anqinise moyeng. As the ANC, we dip our revolutionary banner in honor of Comrade Stompi and express our heartfelt condolences to the Mthembu and Nonhlanhla family. Thank you for sharing your daughter with us. Comrade Stompi will always be in our hearts and will remain an inspiration to create a better life for all our people. May God comfort you. I thank all of you, and I thank God for blessing all of us. May God bless all of you. Please remember, we must speak. Handla, Mata, long live the spirit of Comrade Stompi, long live. Long live the spirit of Comrade Stompi, long live. All power. Thank you very much.
I guess the chairperson, we can give him more than that.